Hey guys, and welcome to a new movie review. Today we're doing a special movie. I say that. I feel like I say it a lot of time and it's not special. Or something like it, but we're doing a movie that just came out. We're doing something recent. I know, doing something recent. Holy, if I haven't done anything recent in too long, super recent. I feel like a lot of movies I've reviewed, the last few movies I've reviewed, or ones I saw recently, but they're not newer movies. There's a lot of new movies I haven't even covered yet, like the Batman, Spider-Man, No Way Home. Behind us some stuff. But today I want to walk on stuff when I watch stuff now. Do it more when I do it. Like, if I watch a movie, review it in the next couple days or day or so. So I can get it done and then do some older ones as well. Bring out some of the old ones I haven't gotten to yet. So we're going to do that. But we're doing a new movie that came out on Hulu. It's a Hulu original, technically. 20th Century. I was about to say 20th Century Fox, but I forgot Disney on Fox is just 20th Century. I'm like, yeah, I was about to say that. I'm like, nope, just 20th Century. It is the movie Prey. And if you know anything about the Prey, you know what this movie's about, or know like what franchise this is from. This is a new Predator movie. When I heard this, I was like, I thought it was interesting. The name, they didn't call it Predator, because almost every movie I think is called Predator. And this one they're like Prey. I'm like, I like it, and I like how the title is in the same font as the Predator font. That's nice. I think that's really nice and makes it feel like the Predator. And also the name worked good because Prey, because he is like the Predator or a race of aliens who are hunters. They hunt things, so makes sense. And they're hunting their prey, so it makes sense, and all our main characters hunting the Predator, so it's Predator's her prey. But yeah, let's get into what this movie is about. I'm trying to think of how it starts off. I think once you see a spaceship or something, and you obviously know it's the Predator. You know this, if you know this is a Predator movie, it's like, okay, you know a couple things going in. But they don't show the Predator right off the bat. They show like, I think, a ship in the beginning, something like, obviously that, yeah, he landed here, so you know that he wasn't always here, but he was here. So yeah, so he shows a ship, like, and then you see something, you maybe see like, you know, because he's in that invisible thing, so you kind of see him, maybe, I think. We see the ship land, take off, so they obviously, you can tell they dropped him off and stuff. And then we cut to, where is it taking place? It was 1970 something, I can't remember what, 1970 something, I think it's 1700, maybe I'm getting it, I think 1700s? I was saying 1970, I'm like, oh wait, that's not even close to it, it's like the 1700s. I want to say it was somewhere in the 1700s, or like 1870s, I don't know, I think it was 1700s, I can't remember. But it's in the time of when there's Indians. So I believe this is, they don't say, but I'm assuming because Indians, I'm going to say it's America, because our main character, characters or people, the good guys, or I guess people were rooting for taking on the Predator, are Indians. And they have a little tribe. And there's this main girl who we follow, who I believe also in Legion, the show Legion, she played one of the characters in that show. Looks like the same character. I'm like, yeah, I think it is, but I have to look it up. I'm pretty sure it is. I see the main character. I'm like, okay, I know you. I've seen you before. You're a good actor. And she's playing the main girl who wants to be a hunter, and obviously nobody else wants her to be like, yeah, he has a brother, and she's like, yeah, I know you're a tracker. You're really good at tracking and doing certain things, but I don't think you're ready to be a hunter yet. Obviously saying that thing like, I don't think you should be a hunter. It's also, I think, the thing because she's a girl. And, oh, why do you want to be a hunter? Oh, because she's like, she wants to prove herself, that she can do it and stuff. And also, I like that because it's also like a girl being like, hey, I want to be a hunter. And what's wrong with me being that? I don't think there's anything wrong with you being a hunter. I think it's cool. And also, she is badass and does some cool stuff. So, I'm not going to complain. But throughout the movie, it's her going off, trying to hunt and try to prove herself. And then you get glimpses and stuff of like, hey, there's stuff that seems there's something in the woods, and we don't know what it is, but she obviously knows, like, this is not a normal, like, tiger or whatever we were fighting or whatever. They fight like I think it's a tiger or a cheetah or something. They fight something like animal like that. The brother fights him and stuff, and she fights him. But the girl knows there's something else in the woods, and it's this thing. It's like, yeah, and she eventually goes off to help fight it or whatever the case may be. She also has a dog, something on mine. And I'm not gonna spoil anything because I think it's not really a spoiler. I can't remember if something happens. I have a weird feeling like I don't remember the dog. Like, I think the dog made it to the end, right? I don't think he died. I really don't think the dog died. Maybe he didn't. I'm just completely kidding. But yeah, there's a dog in it. I'm pretty sure I'm not spoiling it. It's not really like who lived. Did the dog live? And I'm like, I'm not really worried about spoiling that. But spoiler warning. I think we're gonna get to spoiler warnings right now, so if we can talk into spoilers. But obviously, this is gonna get spoiled. Obviously, throughout the movie, you see the Predator is in it, but most of the time you don't really see him. They kind of do a very good job of. He's in that invisible thing, like you can see those marks of stuff. He's in that invisible thing. You can kind of see his outline or certain parts of him, but you don't see him fully till later in the movie. And I like that, so they don't like just show them off. Like Predators here, they kind of like draw it out, and I like that. It made it so it didn't, you didn't see him immediately. You knew he was there, and you kind of knew he was there and what's going on. If you know Predator, you know he's there. But like you didn't actually see him till later on in the movie. And that's great. The Predator does fight a bear, and obviously fights a bunch of people. And also there's a bunch of people who I don't know what side they're on. I'm assuming they're like people who were not Indians, but they were like, I don't know what they were. They didn't speak English. It's weird because the Indians spoke English, but they didn't. It might be because since the Indians are the main characters, they wanted them to speak for us as the watchers of the show. They wanted us to be like, yo, the Indians will have them speak in English, even though it should be the other way around since they are main characters, the main focus. Maybe that's why they made them speak in English and the other guys didn't. But the one guy in their group was able to translate or something, so he was like translating. It was in English, because I don't know what they were saying. They all could have been French, they could be something else, but yeah, I think it's a way to have them it's like, oh yeah, there's 2 different languages. And this, because you don't need to really understand mostly their language, so yeah. But obviously the Predator comes and fucks shit up with them, and her and the brother eventually get on ties and be like, yeah, I believe you, you're really good, and then wants to fight, and then they have to fight the Predator, and all this stuff, and there's a lot of great stuff in it. It's a really good movie. I actually was surprised how good it was. I'm like, oh shit, this is really good. By the end, I was like, that was damn good. I'm glad I watched it. So, Predator, what are we rating this bad boy? It's gonna be an 8 or a 9. It's one of my favorite Predator movies. I actually like this. A lot of Predator movie, I forget what I rated it. I think I gave it a little higher than I probably should have, but probably the worst. And then the one before that, the remake they did of the 2000, I forget what, 8, 9, something on the 2001 they did, early 2001 they did. I forget what that one is. That's the one I've not seen. Predator 2 I've seen. It was on TV and I watched like a good chunk of it, so pretty much. I do want to physically take down and watch that one. And the first one I need to watch for a review, but if I've seen the first one, the second one, and all only except like one, I think now, and that's something else. Oh yeah, I've seen also Alien vs. Predator, the first one, so yeah, I've seen a bunch, but I've not actually reviewed any of them other than that one new one, because I think when I started watching all those before, so as we're getting along here, so let's get on to the finishing this one. What are we rating this? I'm going to give it a 9, like it was solid. I think it's one of the best. I actually would say it's one of the best Predator movies. It was simple, just Predator versus Indians. That's all it was. Good story. I think it was simple, good. I think it wasn't anything wrong. It was just a simple story, and it worked, and it was good. The action was good, shot was good, film good. It was just good. A solid movie. If you want to check it out, check it out. Predator on Hulu. So it was Hulu original. So if you have Hulu, you can check it out. I think. Let me know in the comments down below. You guys can always stay up. I can see you in the next video, guys. Bye, guys.